Presidential elections were held in Venezuela in July 28, with massive and peaceful participation from Venezuelans. Without presenting evidence, the National Electoral Council declared Nicolás Maduro the winner with 51% of the votes. This questionable result has sparked intense controversy and outrage, since electoral audits have been suspended, the polling stations or tally sheets, actas, issued by each voting machine have not been published officially, and numerous irregularities in the process have been reported. WOLA has been denouncing for months that conditions leading up for the elections were not free or fair, but elections can be an opportunity for democratic transitions. Here are the three main takeaways for the situation in Venezuela. First, the pre-electoral period and presidential campaign were marked by irregularities and repression. Key opposition candidates were disqualified, media outlets were closed, and over 100 citizens, including opposition members, were arbitrarily detained. After the elections, the government claimed that the electoral system was hacked. However, the actas are printed by voting machines before the data is electronically transmitted for counting. Therefore, publishing the printed copies of the actas would be enough to examine the electoral results announced by the National Electoral Council, but the Council has refused to do so. Each poll watcher is provided with a copy of the acta when they are printed, and the opposition claims to have 82% of them. They calculate that the opposition obtained 67% of the vote. The Carter Center, the only international observation mission credited by the Electoral Authority in Venezuela with the capacity to issue a public report, concluded that Venezuela's 2024 presidential election did not meet international standards of electoral integrity and cannot be considered democratic. Second, since the announcement of the results, protests have erupted across the country, and they have been met with excessive use of force. Local organizations reported at least 672 arbitrary detentions by August 1st, while the national prosecutor cited 1,062 detentions. At least 11 people have been killed, and over 40 remain missing. Fear is widespread. Third, a significant portion of the international community is calling for transparency and accountability. 24 countries, including 16 OAS members, the UN Secretary General, and international observers, have demanded the publication of voting tallies, or actas, and full transparency of the election results. The US, Brazil, Colombia, Mexico have sent important messages in favor of transparency. We urge the Venezuelan authorities to respect democratic process, to refrain from political persecution and repression, and guarantee the rights to peaceful assembly and free expression. The situation in Venezuela remains critical. It is essential for the international community to stay engaged and support efforts toward a peaceful and democratic resolution. To learn more about our work and what is happening in Latin American politics in DC, follow our social media pages and subscribe to our updates on WOLA's website.